everyone, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Saba. I am 25 and I am a second year psychology student. I major in psychology full-time, but I also enjoy taking outfit pictures for my Instagram and working with different companies from time to time. I have always wanted to film a YouTube video, and I thought sharing my experience as a university student and how I achieved a high GPA with you all would be a good start. I currently have a GPA of 4.15, which means that the majority of marks are either A's or A+. I think my lowest mark as of now is an A- on my transcript. I would like to also mention that I wasn't this productive from the beginning. I have had to change my major once, and I also took a 2-year break from university just to work full-time and travel and really get to know myself and my goals. And now that I'm back full-time in university, I couldn't be happier. I think that's enough introduction about myself, so let's get into the details of what I did in order to succeed in university. I believe the most important factor in becoming successful in anything is having great time management skills. I personally am not a morning person, but I try my best to wake up early so I can complete most of my tasks before lunchtime. I am my most productive before 2 or 3 p.m. so I try to complete the most difficult tasks before late afternoon. The second important point is setting priorities. So what you need to do is looking at your day-to-day lifestyle and making a list of what is most important to you to least important. For me, health always comes first, then school, and then lastly it will be going out and having fun or just, leisure activities. This rule doesn't apply when it's summertime and I'm off school, but during my semesters, I try to dedicate Monday to Friday to just studying and completing my assignments, and then the weekend maybe going out, going shopping, or just getting out of the house to get some fresh air. This brings me to my next point, which is having a balanced lifestyle. As I said, I make sure to dedicate at least one day a week to just going out and doing something fun that I enjoy. Of course, with the pandemic going on, it's much harder to socialize with our friends. So what I do is I either go to the park or go for a drive, or I go shopping, something that lets me just rest for a little bit and refresh my mind. My next recommendation is to keep in touch with your professors in a professional manner, whether it's just going to their office hours, which it will be most likely online because of the pandemic again going on, or just having conversations with them over email, just so that they know who you are and they are familiar with you and your grades and your goals, so that anytime that you have a question, or you never know what you will be doing in the future, whether you want to do a master's or you want to do a big project, that there are professors that will know you and will help you out. I remember I had a professor in one of my psychology classes, and I loved her. She was really sweet. I didn't really have a chance to, go to her office and talk to her, but on the very last day, the day that I had my exam, when I finished handing in my exam, she pulled me aside and she started talking to me, and she said, "Oh, how are you? Like, how was the exam?" And I said it was okay, I hope I did well. She told me, when you were in my class, your smile made me so happy, because in a class full of people that are tired and grumpy, when I would look at you and see that you're smiling back to me and listening, it would really make me happy knowing that you are enjoying my class. Now, I'm not bragging or anything, but I'm just saying those little things matter to people. You know, try to smile in class and maybe nod along. You know, small things matter to our professors. You should also be asking questions when you don't understand something, or even sometimes if you haven't been able to finish an assignment, you should be asking for extensions. And I'm not saying that you will get a yes 100% of the time, but it's worth asking. You know, life gets in the way. No matter how good your time management skills are, sometimes you really can't finish something on time. Worst case scenario, they will say no, and you will have to submit whatever you have completed until that point, but it's always worth asking. Lastly, I want to talk about doing assignments and writing papers. Personally, I would rather write tests than to do a research paper. So in order to make it easier on myself, when I am given an assignment, after I have done my research, I just start typing whatever that comes to my mind. Because when you have a blank page of paper, it is much harder for you to be productive, and you just end up staring at it and not completing anything. Even if you believe that what you're writing is not good enough, just trust yourself and keep writing. This way you will always have time to go back to it and edit. Then I would work on my paper little by little each day. So maybe I would write a paragraph on day 1, a page on day 2, and so forth. But this way, every day I'm working on it and spending time, and I won't lose my motivation. Another thing that helped me in university when it came to writing papers was going to my writing center. I'm sure in every university there is a writing center, or at your library, or even your TAs, your professors, or maybe you have a friend that is really good at writing who can proofread for you or help you, not with your research necessarily, but just with the way you write your words, or with the format, or with editing your paper. I believe that is it for my suggestions on how to become a successful university student. If you're not getting really good marks, it's not because you're lazy or you're a bad person. That's just nonsense. Sometimes life gets in the way, and you just have to try harder over and over in order to see results. So please don't beat yourself up, and definitely don't give up. Okay, I think that's it. If you have any suggestions or recommendations, you can either comment them on this video, or you can DM me and let me know. And yeah, I hope I see you next time. Bye.